Good morning, everybody. This is Scott with NEPA Storm Chasers, and we'll take a look at the current radar. As you can see, nothing but sunny skies overhead. A few snow showers up to the north, over the Niagara Falls area, but nothing anywhere near us. It is going to be a beautiful day today. You're going to see highs up in the mid 40s, and it's only going to get nicer as this week goes on. So we will take a look now. Actually, we'll start with the forecast here. We'll make it a, we'll start here for one. So as you can see, Monday today, 44 degrees. Add another 10 degrees or so on Tuesday. The warm up continues Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This week is going to be absolutely beautiful. Other than Friday, we're going to start to see some rain showers moving in. And then the weekend could get interesting depending on what plays out as far as the storm system. And we'll take a look and see if maybe the weather pattern shifts in the middle of the month like we suggested yesterday. So let's take a look at what we're seeing now. So we're going to start off here as we did yesterday with the European model and show you what the European model is believing now. So this is the overnight run of the euro for midnight. And the European model hasn't really changed a whole lot. So you'll notice it continues with this warmth. You're going to see this southerly flow as we've been talking about for the next at least 4 to 5 days. Everything's flowing from the south, and temperatures are going to go from nice to warm to warmer. It is going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees above average as this week goes on. So as you're looking at, this would be tomorrow for Tuesday. High pressure still in control, continues to funnel in that warm air. We're into Wednesday now, still absolutely beautiful. As you can still see the winds coming out of the southwest. Thursday, another beautiful day. And then Friday is where we might get into some of these showers with the entrance of this front, but it's looking like a real nice week. Now, some of you might have some questions here. What about the storm? What about the storm? What about this possibility that we were talking about last night? So, player number one here, this is the 13th. We've got our high pressure system in place here. This high pressure, you're going to want to see it camp out somewhere in this area. In order for this storm to be anything more than a rainstorm, that's what you're going to need to see. And as you move ahead in time, the European model watches this high dip to the south, kind of loses it a little bit here, but another high takes its place up to the north here, around where the original high was, moves down into the same area, kind of camps out north of Michigan. And at this point, you could very well see colder air wrapping it around now, because you're going to have a clockwise flow, which is why we believe by Monday the 15th, temperatures are going to be quite a bit colder than they are this week. So as the cold air wraps in around this high, the big question is, does it hold on for long enough? Does it trap enough cold air? And does it move into the preferable location? As you see right here, you are in the prime location on the GFS or on the European model. Prime location for this low, and actually a little further north would be better, but it's in a good spot on the 15th. As we move forward, the European model has been consistent, and it is pushing this high to the south. It said this yesterday. It's saying this today. The European model, not a fan. If this high pushes to the south, you're going to see a warm funneling of air coming in this direction, infecting into the storm. And your chances of snow will be slim to none. Too much warm air coming in. you have this kind of raggedy looking front at this point. And the low pressure actually centered right around here. And as you see, this will be a cutter type storm right into the lakes. I mean, the Euro does have some snow breaking out ahead of it, but this would be a cutter. This would be very unfavorable. This would be a non-storm should this happen. That's the Euro's look. Euro from yesterday. If we take a look, that was today. Let's go back 12 hours and take a look at the consistency of the European model. So let's jump ahead here. We are now on the 13th and see what the Euro believes. Then, as you can see, basically the same look, cutter into the lakes. A little bit of frozen precipitation out ahead, but European, oh, pardon me guys, European trending in the wrong direction. Not what we're liking out of the European model. Well, how about the GFS? First, let's show you the GFS zoomed in a little bit. And then I'm going to show you something that makes me believe that we don't have enough data right now to give you an accurate idea of what's going to happen. So the GFS shows, as we move into Thursday, beautiful, beautiful temperatures. Here's that rain coming through on Friday. And then here's that high moving in. So this high, just like the European model, this high starts to move into the right area. We're in the 14th now. The high is in exactly where you would like it to be if you want a storm. Air damming will occur if the high is in this location. And if that happens and it doesn't move any further south, like it shows here, if it stays up in this general area and doesn't do this. So this is exactly what the Euro is showing. Shoving this high to the south, which is forcing this storm to the north. So the GFS, which looked so promising yesterday, is now looking like possibly a wintry mix, maybe rain. Not looking good on this particular model run. Not only not looking good on this model run, if we go back to midnight, take a look at the midnight model run. This was the GFS at midnight. And we're in the 14th, 15th. And look what it does. It brings that high to the south, cuts the storm to the north, and another miss. We'd have to go back another model run. Of the GFS to see anything snowy at all. And this would be yesterday at 6, and if you go back to, I'm sorry, at 18Z, apologize. And by the way, so you guys know, we are on the version 16 here. I keep saying the GFS. I'll tell you why I'm saying that, because in a little over a week's time, the GFS model, the original GFS model, will be scrapped for the new GFS model. So this will become our new running GFS model. So going back to 18Z yesterday, now you're seeing a storm, or 12Z yesterday. So this is the GFS 16. Before we go to the wider look, let's take a look at the regular GFS, and I'll show you what that's showing. Because as of right now, what we're seeing is two different models saying, hold on a second, maybe this isn't going to be what it could be. So let's take a look here as we're up until Friday now. That rain coming in. And then this here is Saturday. Look at the snow spreading out ahead of the storm. Overrunning event like we talked about. And the GFS is still holding strong to this belief. Actually, folks, I apologize. I think I'm showing you the older run. We'll take a look and see if I'm right. Yes, I'm showing you yesterday's run. Sorry. I didn't think that. That looked very, very promising. My bad. Because what you're seeing today, yes, totally apologize for that. What we're seeing today, let's jump ahead here. We're on the 14th now. Is even the GFS now is not quite sure about the position of this high. And it's bringing it farther south. Not exactly ideal, not where you want to see it. You've got to keep this high to the north. This high cannot move so far south. It's got to stay up here. It shouldn't move this far to the south. As you can see, still got snow. Not nearly as much. Now, here's what I can tell you about all of these models right now. I'm having trouble believing what we're seeing, and I'll show you why. So this is a much wider view. This is the entire Western Hemisphere, essentially, except for South America. And I want you to focus on one thing on this map, and one important thing here. That's this right here. And I'll tell you why. What you're seeing right here is the storm for the 15th, 16th. What you'll notice is this storm is over the ocean right now. Because it's over the ocean, there's very little data to be sampled on this storm. So anything the models are showing right now are lacking proper data input. So until this storm makes it to the coast, we're going to have varying model runs of different, how can I say this? You're going to have different looks to each of these model runs moving forward as far as what we're seeing. Sorry guys, I wanted to do this earlier. My apologies again. You're going to have various different model solutions here until we get some more data. And this should move on shore sometime, hopefully. So we get some more information. Hopefully, this will be moving on by today, maybe tomorrow. It's not looking good for today, I should say. So possibly for late tomorrow, you're going to start to get a little bit closer here. We're still offshore. Once you get onshore here, we'll start to get some more data. And we'll have some better idea what's going to happen here. And this is actually shown not until the 10th or so when this finally makes it onshore. When we've now reached the shore here, there's still a low there even though you can't see it. Still a low here. And that's our storm possibility. This is our possible storm. So if you follow the storm, which we're going to do here, follow the storm on its path. Here's our storm. Kind of meanders around a little bit here. You can't see the low anymore, but believe me, it's still there. There's your low. Here's that boundary that we were talking about, that overriding boundary. High pressure that's going to be bringing the warmer air. Remember that southwest flow we were talking, or southerly flow that we were talking about? Southeast in this case. That low's still here. Can't see it. Not showing up. Trust me, it's still there. And there's your forming low. There's your high pressure. There's your low pressure. We don't know where these players are going to be right now because the energy is not onshore yet. And as you can see, it shows this high dipping down. Don't necessarily have any reason to believe that's going to happen. Could funnel enough cold air in. bring the storm into our area, or it may not. Again, not enough data to be certain right now, but I wanted to show you guys what this looked like on a much wider view, because this storm is still offshore as of right now. Here's your storm again. Not until this comes on shore, so we're not going to have a very accurate idea until the 10th, which is good because that's 5 days out, and that's where we usually are comfortable beginning to make forecasts. Once we move into the California coast, we'll start to get more and more data. So if you see models jumping around, showing big storms, showing no snow at all, showing a little bit of snow, that's expected over the next 2 days. So as of right now, I'm not writing off a storm. I'm not saying a storm's coming. I'm saying keep an eye. We're going to be watching this closely to find out which way it's heading, and if we get more data on this, does this move to the east with blocking and colder air funneling in, or does this cut into the lakes like some of the other models are indicating right now? So only time will tell. We're unsure of that right now. However, I'm going to say enjoy the time that you have. This is going to be a much nicer week for sure. Next week is definitely going to be colder than this week. So get out, enjoy those beautiful temperatures, mid-50s, mid-60s. Guys, enjoy your week. It's going to be beautiful. That's all I got for you for right now. If we see anything interesting in the models this afternoon or this evening, we will be sure to update you as soon as we see more. But I'm not expecting any real good data to come in until sometime on the 10th or so. However, if we do see a trend, again, back towards possibly big storm on the table, again, we'll make sure to update you. But our best data is a couple days away. So, again, have a nice day. This is Scott with NEPA Storm Chasers. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat, and make sure you like and share our page. Thank you.